Hello, you guys. How's everybody doing? Let's see. Is everybody still in here? I'm sorry. I'm late. What you got going on, girl? Hey, Clarinetta. Hey, the real little T. Okay, I see it just went off. Um, I see everybody else was in here a little bit earlier. Hey, the Black Barbie. How's everybody doing? Ouch. Hey, Michael. You doing okay? Hey, Miss Diane M. Rose. How's everybody doing? Hey, Uray. Is it Uray or Uray? Uray? If it's Uray, say yes. Uray. Hey, Lynn. Did I say hello to Positive Vibes? I thought if I didn't, I'm saying it now. Plus size baddie. Y'all, I made my avocado and egg lettuce wrap. Oh my god. Oh, it is so good. It's something about when you eat real food. Like me and Diane was saying, like you don't be heavy. What's up, the side dog? Yeah, I mean, it's just we got to get back to eating real food and not these fast foods. I don't even know what I want to make for tomorrow. Probably some grilled salmon. Grilled salmon. I'll make it a grilled salmon salad. I got so much lettuce. I need to make salads. Hey, TB21ZK. How's everybody doing? I'm trying to give everybody the opportunity. Y'all know, like we start in like 5 minutes. Like after I feel like everybody has gotten the notifications, started coming into the room, all of those good things. Ah, get on somewhere, shit. Ooh, why was you that loud? Oh, all in my ear. You all make sure y'all hit the like button, okay? Okay, you guys, I wanted to talk about hey, Joy Loves God. I wanted to talk about young Dolph, a life interrupted. Um it's something about like when people's lives are interrupted, especially when they are at um I feel like they are at their peak. And I don't think that young Dolph was where he was going to go, right? And it's something about when people sit on the outside and there's jealousy. Hey, Jamal, and people sit on the outside looking in and they see um, I'll say, the glory and the potential, but the glory that God has on your life and the potential that you have. And he had the drive to go with his potential because some people have potential, but they don't have the drive, which equates to zero, right? But potential and drive equates to 100. Okay, and so that's why he was able to manifest everything that he and I think obtained as much as he did was because he had the drive, he had a vision, and he knew he had to put in the work. And because he had a hunger for it, he got up and put in the work, right? He was not selfish with it. And so I think that's why I always talk about young Doc represents so much more, right? It's not because I'm trying to like be all up um on your Gotti's back, but I like to bring attention, especially since we all come from out of the city of Memphis. I like to bring attention to a lot of the like us, so many leaders, and young Dolph can be looked at as a leader, losing their lives, okay, losing their lives, and being knocked down at their peak, okay, because of jealousy. And this has been going on for a long time. I get to thinking about, I do want to say this. Thank you, ZK. I appreciate that so much. I get to thinking about how, um, you know, probably about 50 years before, at least 50 years before young Doc was killed. I think about, Dr. King had lost his life in our city, and so many other leaders, right? Um, I get to thinking about a lady who was my dad's mentor, talking about how when they did the sanitation strike. Hold on, you guys. They did the sanitation strike. Um, Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get my cord before it. Hold on, you guys. It's funny. Every time I get ready to get on here, this thing gets ready to die. Okay, here this is right here. Let me plug this back up. Okay. Um, about how my dad's mentor, who was a civil rights activist that a lot of people didn't even know anything about, because they tried to black her out of history because she was so bold. She stood up for Black people. She did a lot of great things for Black people in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. And when they did the sanitation strike in Memphis, she spearheaded that, and she also came up with she coined the slogan "I am a man," right? That was the slogan for the sanitation workers. And so oftentimes when Dr. King came to Memphis, he would stay at her home. Okay. And Miss Crenshaw told my father about when Dr. King would stay at her home, and she was a lot older than Dr. King. So they weren't doing no coding or nothing. Dr. King would confide in her about how weary he was because of a lot of there was a lot of jealousy within the camp, and there were a lot of people that was supposed to have been on his side that was jealous of him, and they was leaking information, doing things to try and set him up, and he knew this, right? Trying to make him look bad because of their jealousy. And so that's one of the reasons why I think about that. That happened in the 60s. And then here we are all the way to 2001. And even before that, really 2017, we got the same thing that's going with Black Youngster, um, with Keon is in jail, Yo Gotti, Big Juke, and all those other people that was in the background that was doing this to him. Um, we got our people now. They've basically, a lot of our people have basically taken the place of the Ku Klux Klan, right? So what they can do is give them $100 million deal with Interscope, and instead of building in your community, you feel like now we got this money. In order for us to be bigger, what we'll do is we'll start ruining uh, other people's lives within our community, or we'll take out the competition, and then we're going to be the biggest thing going, right? But we all know that we serve a God, and because we serve a mighty good God and a just God, we serve a just God. Your God in them had to have known that it was not going to work. Now, I don't say, Yo Gotti is involved because, I hate Yo Gotti. I don't hate Yo Gotti. Okay. If Yo Gotti wasn't involved, um, if I'm not the only person that feel like Yo Gotti was involved. I mean, when you have upper ranking police officers that say that Yo Gotti wanted this and his brother was the enforcer. I mean, I'm not the only person that, I mean, the whole Memphis is not the only people that think that, right? Because the whole Memphis think it. When the whole Memphis think it, it's pure speculation. But when the police say it and they're piecing things together, I've always said from day one, when people were saying that the cookie shop was involved, I said, I'm going to follow the lead of the police. Not one time did you all ever hear me get over here accuse the cookie shop, because I believe what people within the inside that would know said. So that's why I never accused the cookie shop, right? But I wanted to talk about, like, I want to bring, you have artists out there like Trey Slimes and a lot of other artists that have these potential. And even though, Straight Drop um, went to jail, Cornelius is in jail, you got others that are going to go to jail. What happens is a lot of these OGs that ain't no good, okay? What they'll do is they'll say, well, they was messy. They didn't do it right, but you could do it right. But the fact of the matter is, if it had been pristine, they was never going to get away with it. Okay. And that's what a lot of these young men need to know. You can't do it better. You just going to mess your life up. Okay. And cause retaliation and war up on your family and basically up on yourself. Right. But I want us to talk about Young Dolph, a life interrupted, because I know oftentimes, like, we go back and forth with like who did what. I think justice is already prevailing. Okay. If I told y'all from the very beginning, I always kind of watch Mia J. And when Mia J is troubled, okay, she's very vocal about it. I think she's been pleased thus far. I think they've been keeping her abreast of what's going on. And I think she's pretty pleased at this point with what the prosecution, whatever the strategy is. Okay.
What's the first joint we're gonna jump off?
Oh yeah, we got to go straight into that trapper, man.
Got that? You got that torch?
Yeah.
Definitely let that shit rip. 888 Shade 45, Street Sweeper Radio. Young Dolph is in the building, y'all. 888 Shade 45, Street Sweeper Radio. K Slade, Drama King in the building. Young Dolph in the building.
Oh yeah.
So that was off the joint. Rich Crack Baby?
Rich Crack Baby, that's that trapper right there.
Now, where that title come from, Dolph?
That Rich Crack Baby?
Yeah.
Oh man. It just you know what I mean? Like, I'm from the bottom. I'm from the straight nothing gutter shit for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit ain't nothing to be proud of, but this is where I'm from for real, Slay. You know what I mean?
True story.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? My mom and my dad was out here smoking. You know what I mean? Fucked up out here, cocaine. You know what I mean? So I just came out, you know what I mean? I came out here fucked up. I ain't have all the opportunities like everybody else had. You know what I mean? I came in the world when I got old enough. I'm like, really, man, fuck everything, fuck everybody, bro. Like, I'm finna get ready to go out here. I'm finna get out here and get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always been addicted to money. I always saved money. I always had my own money. I always took care of everybody, all that old shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just want to do everything motherfucker like, man, crack baby can't do. You know what I mean? A motherfucker that's just come from nothing like you can't do. You know what I mean? You go from being a nigga in the hood to goddamn everybody know how that's what's name of son. The mom and dad fucked up. His mom and dad is smoking. You see what I'm saying? To that's what's name of son. Oh yeah, he got that 488 Ferrari. Oh, he got that Rolls Royce. Oh, he got that 911. Oh, that little nigga a millionaire. Oh, that he ain't signed no deals. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, he did all this shit himself. You see what I'm saying?
Title
so
change.
it's like it's just that shit. You know what I'm saying? That I just made to myself like, man, bro, I'm finna get ready to flex on the world. The world owe me. You know what I mean? That's just been my mentality ever since I was a young nigga. The world owed me, and I'm gonna get it out the world ass. You feel me?
888 Shade 45 Street Sweeper Radio. Exactly, as you should. You
Yeah.
understand? Like, that's why when motherfuckers be out here complaining and whining and
Man,
this
for
and
what?
that, I ain't got
Niggas stay
time
away
for
from
that
me.
shit.
Them niggas right there. Them niggas, them type of niggas right there.
Yo.
Man, stay your bitch ass away from me.
That conversation, when they catch up with me, like they see me in the hood and give it to me, that be the last conversation they get out of me, man.
Hey,
I
I
don't want to
swear.
hear that shit.
They just don't know. They
Yeah.
just killed themselves with you.
Exactly. And if I give you $100, my nigga, next time I see you, you better show me two. You know what I'm saying?
Show me how you can flip
Show
it.
me two. Yeah.
I hear
You
that,
nigga,
Kay.
$100, nigga come back, ask you for 100. Nah, nigga, I ain't got it. You want something to eat? I ain't gonna let you starve. You can't get nothing from me, man.
Right.
Word up. I identify with your story, my nigga. Real talk, man.
Oh yeah.
888 Shade 45 Street Sweeper Radio. Young Dolph is in the building. What's the next joint we gonna jump into?
No, we got him on here, man. Hey, let's do that What Your Life Like featuring 2 Chainz, man.
Let's pop that off.
Oh yeah. Spotify, every goddamn well.
Who's some of the features you got on there?
Oh,
Just heard the 2 Chainz joint,
you got 2 Chainz on there. You got Boosie on there.
the homie.
You got 21 Savage on there.
Okay,
You got Wale on there.
okay,
You got T.I. on there.
okay.
Rich Crack, baby.
That's an album.
It's an
Ain't no
album.
motherfucking mixtape.
Right.
Better throw that motherfucker on iTunes,
You
yo.
know what I mean?
Get that paper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, how's the tour going, man?
We just ended it. It
Just
was
you
a,
ended it.
yeah, it was a success. You know what I mean? The only fucked up part about it, I was sick the whole damn tour. I was
Sick like how?
man, like sick, like I had the flu, got
no.
bronchitis. Man, I could barely breathe and shit. Got down to the end of it, like my hometown show. Like we had the Memphis show, like it was the second to last show. I got to that motherfucker, I couldn't even breathe. Like the doctor would tell me, don't perform, don't go out there. Like I was fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like literally.
But you pushed through anyway.
Yeah, I just shortened the show. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do the whole goddamn tour then be like, I can't do Memphis. You know what I mean?
That's hometown.
Can't do
either
home.
way.
Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like that's
You know, it shows that young Dolph, he talked about how he got it, how he wanted to get it. Okay. And hey, he was willing to work hard for it. And like I said, you know, why did other Memphians who, you know, got in them did their thing, why did they feel like they needed to put a hit on a man? You know, and I hear people say, well, young Dolph should not have been saying this. You know, people really can say what it is that they want to say. But I'm going to have to say they should not have been doing to him what they was doing to him in the background. I think it's more personal when you're trying to stop somebody from eating just because of your jealousy, just because we want to show you. You want to stop them from eating. So he you know, he was smart about it. Okay, well, they trying to cover up what they doing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it out, and I'm gonna make money off of it. You know what I'm talking about? Hold on, I'm gonna keep going. So I know that's somebody else's little thing, so I can't show all of it. But you know, rest in peace to young Dolph. Like I said, his life was definitely interrupted. That man was a father. He was a father. Hold on. Hold on.
Don't need that. I got my own ice, real ice. You know what I mean? They rocking that fake ice. Like I get real ice. I be trying not to do too much stunting and flexing and talking too much because I make rappers feel uncomfortable. You know what I mean? So like I don't respect nobody that hate on any other man for nothing. You know what I mean? So if he want to get it right, bro, he gonna have to have a boss conversation with me. You know what I mean? Like one-on-one, nobody else, no peewees around, none of that. You know what I mean? He a hater, you know what I mean? Matter of fact, he my biggest hater. You know what I mean? He wanted to sign me. He wanted me to come over there and let him give me some money, give me a car and all that. Nah, I don't need that. I got my own ice, real ice. You know what I mean? They rocking that fake ice like I rock.
Okay, so I mean, I tend to believe what Young Dolph said. Young Dolph said he wanted him to come over there. He give him a car and give him money, and he didn't need that. He wanted to give him what in the beginning, what, $500,000 or something like that. He said he already had that kind of money already. So why would he go over there and let him give him that when he already had that going? He already had that type of money, right? So I tend to believe what Young Dolph said, because if it wasn't like he said, it never would have gone as far as it went. It never would have gone as far as it went. There was no need for them to kill him. This man, they, like I said, they was doing things. It's not like everybody in Memphis knows that they was going to radio stations and stuff and telling them not to play the man music. They was trying to block him. They was telling DJs not to play his music and stuff in the club, especially around the South. Okay, especially around his hometown area, right? Yo Gotti and them had been out way before Young Dolph, so they had more of relationships with these people, these DJs. They was able to pay them off to do these types of things. So I believe what Young Dolph said. Right, because if it had been the other way around, Young Dolph would have paid and had Yo Gotti knocked off. Okay, because I'm sure some other people would have, especially after they started. He had his people starting trying to hit at him. I think he did right by getting on the radio and putting out the business. I think he did absolutely right. You think that you're gonna get to do me dirty in the background and look good? No. I'm a come forward and let people know how you hating on me. That's exact. See, that's the problem. People want to be able to do you dirty, and then they don't want you to say nothing. I want to be able to do you dirty in peace. I have issues with that. I want to do you dirty, but I want to do it in peace. So I'm going to kill you. You a sucker if you let folks know that I'm trying to stop you from eating. I want to be able to stop you from eating in peace. And that's what that's what's got Gotti eyes stretched out. Because if ain't nobody told you exposing the truth, I'm getting ready to go ahead and tell you he going to jail, according to the motherfucking police. According to the police, they said he called a hit on Dolph, and his brother was his fucking enforcer. So in case you don't know, that's what's got him up under investigation and running from country to country. And Art Horn ain't gonna be able to stop that. Okay. If he untouchable, let me ask y'all this. If Gotti is untouchable, why did they bring up his label in court? See, some of these folks swear that, but I mean, I think people have just been on the other side of the law. People are used to hiring lawyers, and they listen to what the lawyers say, but they don't know how the system works. If Yo Gotti was gonna go unscathed and he was so untouchable, why did they bring up CMG paid for those lawyers? Why did they bring them up, period? They would have been trying to protect him. CMG is his label. If he was that untouchable, they never would have brought up anything that he owned. I'm just saying. That's all right. I knew I knew CMG was coming in here. I knew that his people was gonna come in here, but that's okay. We could tangle a little bit as long as it don't get out of control or disrespectful. We can tangle. Exposing the truth, I already know I ain't scared to tangle with him. I tangle with him every time he come up in here. Clarinetta says, yo, FN, if you let somebody control you and what the F you say. Florida native says he's not CMG. So what happened to the real Gotti? Now, you got a man that says, this man hating on me, trying to stop me from being successful and feed my family because I wouldn't let him give me crumbs. I wouldn't sign with him and let him give me crumbs. And I can't understand why other men are not saying that's some sucker stuff. Why aren't other men saying that that's some sucker stuff? Okay. Yeah, but exposing the truth. Let me ask you something. Do you think that they was do you think that they went too far when they killed him? Oh, you could. Do you think that they went too far when they killed him? Exposing the truth? Do you think them folks was wrong for having that boy killed? I want to ask you that, exposing the truth. I agree with you, Florida native. They killed him because he was their competition. And he was winning. They knew he had, and even if they felt like he wasn't winning, it's a matter of opinion. They know he had the potential to. What he do by going on the radio? Oh, I'm a real nigga. Yeah, now he's a dead one. No shots at Dolph, but he should have never been. So exposing the truth. Let me say this to you, because I think you're a wrong ass nigga. Okay, I think you're a wrong emotional ass ninja, because for you to excuse what them folks did to that man just because of words, it's got me. You're a dangerous person. I mean, because people like that feel like that it's okay for somebody to take somebody out. I think a person like that'll go, they families say they'll go shoot up their whole family's house. They'll take out anybody in their family because they too damn emotional. They mad about words. A person like that can't be trusted. So you just let me know, exposing the truth, that you're a real emotional person. You can't stand words. You can't handle nothing. If you think that they was justified in killing another human being because of words, all I can say is I hope you work from home, because I don't know if you can handle the real world, love. Rose says, exposing the truth, you are Diane says, if you are disrespectful to the dead, right, and don't be disrespectful to the dead people either. At no time, exposing the truth, you have never heard me be disrespectful to Juke. So please don't be disrespectful to Young Dolph. Young Dolph's family, his fans, and I'm a fan of his too. We don't like that. Where he says something, now he a dead ass ninja. You've never heard me say that about Juke. And I know that you have some type of affection for him. And you will never hear me be disrespectful to Juke like that. You don't hear me rubbing. What's up, Monica? I'm not saying it's okay for nobody to kill out of anger, but face the facts, his mouth got him in trouble. But that's saying that it's okay. It sounds like to me that you are justifying it. Oh, you are definitely partial to CMG. You are definitely partial to CMG. And I wouldn't even care about you being partial to CMG, but for some reason you want to be disrespectful to Young Dolph and speak about him getting. That's why they killed him, and I can't have it. That's too disrespectful. come I don't see Big Pressure? If they had physical evidence to prove Gotti was involved, I think he would be locked up. Well, Big Pressure, I think, it's pretty obvious, I okay, so let me say this, because I hear people in here say all the time that they have been in and out of jail, and people don't have to agree with me. I don't want for people to feel like if they're on my channel they have to be in agreement with me. I just don't want people to be disrespectful. But Big Pressure, I don't know if you're from Memphis or not, but I do know that everybody remembers the Lorenzen Wrights case. Okay, so Lorenzen Wrights case went unsolved for 7 years to the public. Okay, the police already knew that Lorenzen Wright's wife called that hit on Lorenzen Wright. They already knew it the whole time. Okay, they laid and waited because they knew that they would get a break. Yo Gotti's case ain't gonna be like that because it's already snakes around Yo Gotti that had been talking. My thing is, it's one thing to know something, it's another thing to be able to take it to court and win. You see what I'm talking about? With somebody like Yo Gotti that's got $100 million loan or whatever, it's easy to what they try to do is poke holes and stuff. Okay, so I don't think it's gonna take 7 years for Yo Gotti, but he did have something to do with it. We all know that. If the police had never said it, we still know. Okay. Hold on, you and so I think that's why our youth is in a state of what they're in now. It's too many emotional um it's too many emotional people out there that try and justify wrong. There is nothing, okay, justifiable about what they did. And Yo Gotti is going to jail. Okay. He said, that's like me going somebody hood. Just like me going somebody hood trying to buy some. They try to shortchange me. I get disrespectful and saying F them. If they take me out, it would be because I ran my mouth. Okay, well, that's against the law. And it's against the law to pay for hits. And Big Pressure, they do. Yo Gotti paid for that hit. Didn't they say it came up out of his account? It says Moneybag one surgery away from coming Ari. I'm telling him and Ari look just alike. I don't care if he go to jail or not. I'm calling it down the middle. Well, it's obvious, exposing the truth that you have an issue with young Dolph. You want to put into the atmosphere that what them ninjas did to young Dolph is okay. I think that's a bad message to put out there. I don't know how old you are, but I think that's a messed up message. And to me, it's scary for men to feel that way. Like, well, because I didn't grow up around emotional men like that wanted to go kill somebody just because they got their feelings hurt. And that's all this is about. And to me, it's a little bit scary for men to be, well, he should not have hurted young Yo Gotti feelings. If he had not said what he said, he would still be alive.
Oh my God.
And Big Pressure, Yo Gotti, lest it be known. I don't understand why people constantly sitting up talking about Yo Gotti got all of this clout when Yo Gotti let it be known himself how the feds have been watching him.
Well, he know the Fed been watching him, but exposing the truth, actually telling the truth, because that's how I was raised. Word will get you killed. You got to be ready for that. You got to be ready for that. This is how it go.
Well, then, if they such gangsters, why don't they just go ahead and do their time? Why run from the law? Why be scared to go up in your house? Why have 250 police officers around you? If you can call a hit, if you ain't got, if you such a gangster, why? Why do
He
all the stuff that they doing now?
he's not a gang. He ain't built like that. He's not a gangster. He ain't built like that.
Well, Cypress, let's just go ahead and be real about it. Everybody already talked about how your God was calling, putting hits on, had it bad about trying to put hits on people
Well,
when
I
he
ain't
was
gonna.
over there in North Memphis. He had folks doing his dirty work for him. Don't try to play
I,
like you don't know.
I mean, people have always did it. I've always told you people always did it dirty work for 'em.
Well, I mean, people try to act like now that Yo Gotti, this is something that he would not have done, but we already know he was just doing what he always did.
I don't think he called the shot on it, but I think most likely he knew what was coming.
Why
But
would
did he actually call
Dolph?
the shot?
Dolph was
No.
his biggest opposition. Young Dolph was his biggest op in his mind. Okay, so if he had called hits and did dirty work, that's why people didn't like him in North Memphis. Let's be real about it. If he had
Well,
did it before, why wouldn't he do it to? Why all of a sudden he gonna be brand new when it comes to Young Dolph?
well, this is the thing. He didn't actually call the shot on Young though. But did he know about it? Yeah. But he ain't no he always had people to do with their form. That ain't no secret.
Right, right. I hear
But
you, Big Pressure. You said
but
what now, Cypress?
I said he always had people to do his dirt for him. That wasn't never no secret. But
For
did
some
he
reason, you kind of low. You said you did what now? Let
I
me
said
see if I
he
turn it up.
how about now? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Yeah, he always had people to do with dirt for him. There wasn't never no secret. But did he actually call the shot on young Dolph? No, I think they would have to prove that.
Cypress. I don't know why you're trying to act brand new.
I just look at it from the past here because I think if he was actually calling the shots how people try to portray it, I'm gonna keep it real. I think Boo Dirty will be dead. Steve will most definitely be dead.
They were shooting at him.
They were shooting at who? They were shooting at who?
Boo Durden.
Well, Boo Dirty got shot. I told that story before. Go Van. Somebody say Go Van will tell all. M Rose, what's up? Man, they gotta prove that, man. But with them 100,000 going out of their bank account, that ain't gonna be hard if that's the case according to y'all. I don't know. I'm just saying. But from the history of it, I think if God was just throwing his weight around like that, Boo Dirty be out of here, Steve will be out
But
of here.
why does God say that the feds are consistently watching him? He
Yeah,
said that in his last album.
because
While he
they been
backstage with Glow, the feds got him up on investigation.
yeah,
Why
well they
the
been
feds
there.
got better things to do? Why?
Listen. I've told this story before. The feds been want to take dude down even before this young Dolph situation ever. Police always follow him around, and
Why? Why the police always following him around?
I don't, I don't know. But I
Mm.
know he have a history of whenever he leave, police coming through the door.
You know why the police following him around?
But yeah, they been trying to fed been want to get dude out of there for a long time. Even before this young Dolph situation ever kicked off the Fed, he know it. Just like all of us that grew up around. No, the Feds been like they been come tapping on niggas' doors. All that. You know it.
Yeah, but Cypress, you're not telling the whole truth
About what? What you want to know?
about why the feds messing with Yo Gotti. And
Well,
Yo Gotti had been doing stuff like that to people, sending
the
folks out to go and mess with and
what the police, the feds been. It ain't like he just people who just ain't been around in the circle like that just find out. For us that been around, we been on the police, been running around watching every though he come out of police going in there. If some niggas in there, police going in there. Which I know this for a fact.
mm-hmm.
Yep. So yeah, they been won't do it about and they might got a shot to get him. Who knows? And the feds might get their wish this time. I don't know. They want
You
him
said
because
the the feds don't just want to mess with Yo Gotti just for nothing.
no, I ain't saying they want him for nothing. But what I'm saying is they been wanting him off the street for a long time. What I'm saying is they been wanting dude off the street for a long time before the young dog situation never kicked off. Before this ever came about. Police been want him off the street. Cause he talking, cause number one, he pissed them off by talking too much shit on these albums and making the police mad.
This is something. This was Soldier Boy. Okay, so this was Soldier Boy November the 20th. Mm. Well, a lot of stuff that happened to Soldier Boy since that happened. So everybody gets their payback.
Shout out to Muffin. You say, yeah, what goes around comes around. But hey, man, for all the youngsters that's watching, man, try to be mindful of what you say, man, because some shit that you say can come with consequences.
No, here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you what people need to do. What people need to do is just like they did in Young Dolph's case, and I commend the people who rang their phone off of the hook when Young Dolph was killed and giving those tips on what happened. I think people need to make sure that they do that. I done told them 528 cash, Crime Stoppers, call Crime Stoppers, okay? It's anonymous and all of that. That is the only way that these folks that's out here feeling like they could just take somebody out just because they jealous or whatever, just like what happened to Young Dolph. They took him out because they was jealous of him. They'll think twice before they do that. They'll think twice before they do that, especially if they feel like they got something to lose. And here's the thing, listen, I don't like what Straight Dropping them did that's messed up, but Yo Gotti and them been doing this forever. I have issues with them. Not only did they ruin Young Dolph's life, they also help to ruin other young brothers' lives by knowing that Straight Drop was mentally messed up. I'm gonna tell you something. It's something wrong with straight drop. Anytime a man um commits a sexual assault, that's a mental illness. Because sane men don't go and force women to do anything. Okay, especially as far as assaulting them. That's a damn mental illness. So straight drop was already mentally messed up. Okay, they saw how hungry he was. They started dangling a carrot in front of his face and said, "This could be all yours if you just go and take young Dolph out." They strictly was the devil as it relates to him. And I'm happy that they're not getting away with this, because you know what? Years would pass by and then another opponent would rise up, and it could very well be young Dolph's son. And they be trying to be on the same thing. And I think that's why they got the energy that they're gonna stop your Gotti ass and all the people that's around him. Okay, he ain't the only one that's on that.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I just like when I started looking at people and I'm listening, and hey, I can respect anybody's opinion. But when I start listening to people, and it bothers me when I start seeing men try and justify a father, a mogul, and all of that, even if he wasn't no damn mogul, to justify a man being slaughtered, folks putting money on his head to kill him for words. I got issues with that. It's something wrong. It is something wrong with
Well,
people that think like that.
well, I don't think nobody's justifying it. But at the same time, you can't go around saying shit, and you better put some action behind it when you sticking on certain niggas. It didn't have this go. I don't give a damn if you were
Well, who
janitor.
died and made your Gotti God?
No, this ain't about your got it. I'm saying this is about anybody. You gotta be. Come on, man. You gotta be ready. You gotta be ready for this type of shit. It could be anybody. It could be a janitor,
He said, "What did the
mechanic.
photo portray?" Also, it sounds like Robin wants to go down with the ship. What photo y'all talk about?
Talking about the one with you with in the picture with God.
Oh, she said, I'm on everything he on or something like that.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't that. That was just a little. Nah, I ain't scared. Scared of what? What I'm scared of?
Well, Robin knows that her brother, she's right in the midst of all this. She sees, because see, her brother is having to use her now to try to put a lot of stuff in her name. She sees a lot of what her brother is losing. Hey, I'm the one of the first to say, listen, if they had not taken a man's life, I would be the first to say, listen, I don't want to see them folks lose nothing. But hey, it's only right. You go and you take a life, you got to get that back. So I mean, I can't feel sorry for that. And then the negative energy that he put, um, right. People die over words, but what I'm saying, big pressure, is that it ain't right. At what point do grown men start saying, look, I got children? Surely big pressure. I don't know if you got kids or not. At what point though do real grown men start saying, especially if you got um especially if you got children and you got a mother, you got family members that love you, at what point do you go, um listen, I got too much to lose. I ain't get ready to take a man from his family over no words. And look, I got to be out for my damn kids. Words ain't important enough for me to go be sitting up in jail or scared to go in my motherfucking house. Because he was the one said he looks at his house and he got security and dogs and shit all around. And if it's too dark up in there, he start having psychotic fits and go rent a damn hotel. He said it, not me.
Yeah. I think something been bothering him if he's doing that. I think something bothers. I don't know.
You know, Cypress, you know what's bothering. You just full of a lot of shit.
But this is what I had a hard time understanding. How did you have all this the kid and all this? I mean, you shouldn't have said that publicly and you knowing the Dolph fans was gonna eat this up.
Great face, I agree. Great face says, "What's up, Magname Mace?" Great face says, "I hate where our culture has come to. We have become comfortable with everything that's wrong and question everything that's right." That right there sums it up right there. Let me put that up there on the screen. That sums it up. We have become comfortable with everything that's wrong and question everything that's right. When the actual truth in our actuality is there was nothing right about killing that man, especially about words.
Hey, people die every day for words in the street. All you gotta do is look around. You see it every day.
He said, "I bet someone TV got turned off. I bet someone TV got turned off today over words."
Yeah, nigga
Well, I
die.
mean, parents need to turn off their kids' TV. Now, I'm not
No.
talking about that big pressure. If folks are cussing on TV, then I feel like parents should turn off their kids' TV. Cause
That
I
ain't
didn't
what
want my kids listening to no cussing on no TV, so their TV deserve to be cut out.
now he ain't talking about that. He talking about turn nigga TV out, put nigga to bed permanently in the cemetery. That's what he talking about. He ain't
Oh
talking about
shoot!
no actual TV shit.
No, oh, mm-mm.
But people die every day because I'm so used to it. People die every day because of words. Hey, I mean, just another.
I know people die every day over words, but what I'm saying is, at what point do sane people, um, at what point do sane people, say that's for crazy people, not sane people? At what point do sane people stop being so damn emotional? Okay, and
You
messing their
don't.
lives up.
You don't. Sad to say, but you don't. This has become like the norm now for people to be just getting took out over words. I'm used to
Um, Miss Muffin says, I'm missing comments too, y'all. It's going so fast. Oh, Dominique Petty says, I'm not losing everything I have earned over someone, especially by someone who doesn't have anything to lose. People need to learn self-control. That's right. It was just pure D jealousy. Now, Cypress, let me ask you something. Do you think that, so you keep saying words? Do you think it would do what you have done what they did to Young Doll?
it. It all depends. Not with what he said. Nah, I probably wouldn't looked over because we get too much money. But it all depends. Like on a regular day, somebody say some fucked up shit come out of their mouth. They mama probably gonna be on front row crying, most likely. If he didn't resort on that.
Cypress ain't nobody going and messing their lives up. If do you think if Young Dolph would if he would have wouldn't have had the success that he had, do you think they would have killed him? No, they wouldn't have.
Now, well, I ain't gonna say they wouldn't have.
That's why they didn't
I,
kill
I,
Do
I,
Dirty,
I,
because they felt
I,
like
I,
Do Dirty wasn't having the success that they was having.
well, he wasn't, but at the same time, if it would have been a regular everyday person, this wouldn't even been talked about. Nobody wouldn't have cared. Not even the police. Nobody wouldn't have cared. Definitely the Memphis police, because they don't give a damn. I know they
Well,
want.
people still concerned about Jeremiah.
Well, that because he was a civilian guy that was just trying to do the right thing and got caught up in the midst. Now that's different. But I have no sympathy for people that's getting their TV cut off and they in the midst of crime and being stupid. If they kill you, oh well. But for him, that's a different situation because like he just trying to do the right thing. He felt like was the right thing. So yeah, I can understand that one.
It says, Great Face, God is going down because like my word in the gospel word, whack 100, he already put that out. And nobody got mad at whack 100. So do y'all think whack 100 like whack 100 been told got it, they
Well,
coming. Got
well,
it, they
well,
coming.
well, it's easy for somebody that's in the circle with the police tell you, nigga, say your prayers, the police is coming.
Well
That's
then,
different.
but he said I've been telling y'all that they said they gonna get Gotti because that he was involved. But folks want to say I'm capping. I ain't got no reason to lie on Gotti.
And nobody says you were lying on. See, this is the thing. Some of us, we just got to see it to believe.
No, well now some of y'all just don't want to believe it. Just go ahead and say that.
We just got to see it to believe it.
Well, you just don't want to believe it. You ain't gonna believe it when you see it.
No, that's
Y'all gonna
not
be
me.
trying to say that they set him up, and you of all people, Cypress, you already know what Gotti was beyond.
I ain't gonna lie. He be on some bullshit sometimes. That's my nigga, but
Big exposing the truth. If don't nobody else care, we know you care. So you was telling a story when you say that because you take time out of your day to come in here and be meddling with me. So we know you care. So I don't even know why you told that story.
but me personally, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I gotta see it to believe it.
Uh, the realty said, "Big pressure, you not gonna win, so you might as well." What big pressure say? Clarinetta says, "Ass gone, be drinking Coca Cola, crying." Uh huh. You saw
I
Hagerman break down them boys in court. I'm telling you, Hagerman made sure that he said Juke was the second man in charge. And remember Hagerman, they asked Hagerman about um they asked him something about the hit money. See, it's certain things that Hagerman can't even talk about because um a lot of that stuff ain't gonna even come before the state court.
it's gonna come in the federal court.
Absolutely.
We know what's coming. But this is my thing. So how much of this y'all think go man J Dropper salute to you. How much of y'all think go man gonna try to lay this in the lap of Big Jug? How many of y'all believe that?
I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. That's one of the cases that I really uh look forward to. I hope they air it. I don't know if they are, but I hope that they do. I know GoMan is a fan of the show. I know he probably in the chat. I wish he felt comfortable enough
Well, he
to
can't. Well, he can't feel comfortable enough. Stan G messed that up. But that,
he
that's that.
wanted to go. Stan G ain't did nothing. He wanted to go on Stan G show.
But that's okay, Quinn. Just uh, just send Stanley. We'll send Stanley. Praise the Lord. Yes, we will.
Monica said, "Great face Jay Z already working with the feds to get God." Jay Z is scared for himself. Okay, Jay Z worried about himself because they already was to get ready to tie him up in something. That means that he ain't even got the power that he once had. Because when they was in good with the establishments, they dare not let any dirt touch their name.
Uh, yes, that's right, D Black Barber. Yes. Well, he was. what he was trying to do. Well, Duke was still invested in him, but what he was trying to do was get Duke to lead the. His whole plan was to blow up, get rich, and get his brother to leave the streets alone completely. And that wasn't gonna happen.
But Cypress, he had not left the street. He had his brother. He wanted his brother to stay tapped in the street so that he could have them. Now, let's not act like he didn't have Keon and all of them working right up under him. Them street dudes.
We ain't got to them yet. It's the process. We ain't got to them yet. I got you. Hold on. We ain't got to them yet. We on the way. No, see, he wanted Druk to lead the streets alone, but that's been dude life his whole life is being in the street. So that was hard for him to just give that up.
They said Jay-Z in London right now buying property. I live here and see the street news. I can see why Beyonce on tour working hard. Probably because they is probably one to uproot.
Yeah. I don't see what they got to buy all these damn houses for across the country.
Says Great Face Whack 100 will televise the arrest of Yo Gotti. Whack 100 has said that probably two or three times Gotti they coming. He said it 2 or 3 times.
Well, that's the thing. We know they coming, and Whack 100 tell you they coming. Believe it, because he tied in with the police. But we just gotta wait and see. Yeah. Me personally, I gotta see this actually.
It's a York. It is. It is a Yorkie. You're right.
And y'all know why y'all know why I say I have to see this? Because seeing somebody who ain't never been held accountable for nothing be held accountable for something, this gonna be must see TV for me. So I got to see this, yeah.
Um, I'm trying to. I want y'all to see this. Young Dolph, a life interrupted. They really need to name his not a documentary. That Young Dolph. I see. I want to interview Daddy-O. Y'all think he'll do an interview with me?
Nope. You should, but I doubt.
Why? See, this is what they was jealous of.
Who jealous? Who jealous of? Who jealous of that?
They don't want you to live, yeah. They don't want you to ball, yeah. Put a smile in your face, yeah. They ain't pressing you to fall, yeah. Young niggas stay focused, yeah. But I really want to crash, yeah. Think about where I'm at, yeah. I didn't think about the past, yeah. I really came from shit, yeah. But I won't change for shit, yeah.
See, that's what they was jealous of. That's what they were jealous of. And so they sent these damn fools right here.
Who they said? Wow. Oh, wow.
You know who they sent. They sent them. You talking about who they sent.
See, that man got his head down. He like, man, it's over.
He knew it was over. That's Shondell right there. That's him.
They drunk.
Yeah, that's dry.
They dropped all the charges on Chandelier.
Every one of them. Him and Straight Drop look alike too, don't they? One just a little lighter than the other one.
Yeah.
I bet they
Right.
first cousins.
Yeah.
Shondell just can't stay out of trouble for the life of him. Mm. When they when they um when they had him hid away, he went back to Texas and got arrested.
Well, he was in Fort Worth the whole time. He wasn't here.
He wasn't in Fort Worth in the beginning.
Uh, well, talking about when they took him out of Indiana?
He wasn't in Fort Worth. He wasn't in Fort Worth then.
No, they brought him and protected him. But
They
now I don't
kept him
know.
in Texas when he went back on his own.
Hmm. I know something like that. But yeah, he beat all the charge.
Hmm.
Stay, stay, stay hid, young man.
What
Stay
you talking? He ain't
hid.
beat no charges. What you talking about? He beat the charges. They dropped him for a reason. He didn't beat them. They dropped him
Yeah,
for
yeah,
a
yeah.
reason.
Yeah, they dropped the charge. We know why they dropped the charge. But yeah, man, just stay here, young fella, wherever you at. Just stay here. Cause if you ever, just stay here, man. If you got something to live for, stay here.
Cecilia said Beyonce got to pay that money back to Sony Records because she took an advancement. That's why she working like a Hebrew slave. Yeah, because they borrow a lot of money and they invest in a lot of stuff, and then they have to work to pay that stuff back. Big Pressure says when I heard "Don't Play with Me," I said Juke about to send somebody. That song was too hard.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'm with you, big pressure, cause I was at my crib and I was
Yeah,
watching.
but that song was put out like in 2016, 2017.
Well, that's all my made a difference, cause that's all made niggas go. Well, I ain't gonna lie. I liked the song and I played it just from that time at the house. So somebody play, they kept playing it around me, but I didn't. Then when I seen the video, I said, "Oh yeah, somebody's going up for this. Somebody have."
Well, what did he do? What did Juke do?
What did you do?
Yeah, what did Juke do for them to do that to him?
Mm, mm. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I don't know. That's a good question. The way they did that, I don't know.
I don't think nobody was expecting that.
Well, apparently from his last post, he was expecting that.
Well, it seemed like to me he was throwing. He was. It looked like he it seemed like he was worried, but he was throwing threats at people too. Then he say, "Watch your back to stay alive."
Yeah, because he knew what was coming.
But it sounded like me he was telling somebody else, "Watch your back to stay alive."
Well, obviously, it was money back. They trade messages and shit. Money bag only one corresponded to it.
I wonder who is these people.
I played it. I played it more than 5 times. When I watched the video, I called to the city. I said, "Man, what little yo them gonna do? How little yo them gonna feel about this?"
Mm-mm.
That's all I can think about, man. How little yo really gonna feel about this? 'Cause I said this ain't gonna end well. Talk about it. And it did. Sad to say because man, we got to look at it from a real nigga standpoint. Like These folk got kids. They gotta grow up without them. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like these people got little children that's gonna grow up without them. That that is the only thing that really bothers me about this whole situation. These people, kids, gotta grow up without them, not for nothing that they decided to want to go on, but it's crazy.
So Jeremy Pierre did. I didn't think that because Jeremy Pierre, for some reason, was I thought was trying to stay away from talking about the case, but he says Jeremy Pierre says that Cornelius testified after he and Justin Johnson killed young Dolph. They FaceTime Big Juke to confirm they murdered young Dolph. Smith says Juke responded that he would get up with them.
Yeah. Which means
Big Juke. Whoa. Yeah, I see him over there.
They said the other guy was laying out
It's a
there.
what is a birthday?
His security guy was laying out there. They said
What is a
the other guy
repass
was
or
about
a
to
birthday
die.
party? Oh, yeah, both ain't repaid.
that might say,
That what they said?
right now.
Hell no. Huh? Big Juke dead. Yeah, for real? Big Juke. Whoa. Yeah, I see him over there. It's a what is a birthday?
So they was over there working on the security guard.
Yeah, they might say the other nigga. Well, me Memphis niggas, they got no comparison at all. They might say, oh
So
yeah, man, Big Juke dead, and the other nigga over there, he about to die right now. Like, bro, what? Boy, you niggas cold blooded niggas.
hold on.
Young Dolph did something harder. I can't not lie. The video was, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. The video had me crying last when I watched it. When they showed the video,
He finna die. He finna die? The nigga dreadlock, he finna die. Yeah, I sure see him over there laying down over there. Big Juke dead. Huh? They said Big Juke dead. Big Juke dead. Got it, brother. Yeah, for real? They said they killed him. Big Juke. Yeah. Whoa. The other nigga over there about to die right now. Just won't pass. He got on the look. Yeah, I see him over there. It's a what is a birthday? What is a repass or a birthday party? Both ain't repaid. Oh, yeah, both ain't repaid. Hey. Look, shoot out. That what they said? Hell no.
The black truck, was that Juke's truck or did he have a full SUV?
I can't remember. Everything he was sitting in a truck, ain't blue. Shout out.
Yeah, he finna clear the lot now. All right, bro.
If you do not disperse, you may be arrested. ¿Quieres ordenar la no se responda, puede ser arrestado. must leave the immediate vicinity.
Man, they kicked us up, man. Y'all see this? We stupid. They kicked, oh man. They done shot Big Juke. Stupid police present. They put me on the other side of the street. I ain't even park over here. Man. Man. Look, yep. They kicked us on the other side, man. Yep. It's a stupid scene right now, man. We live in East. I'm Blackwood News. Yes, sir. We out here. Yeah, we out here. Look, come first. You already know what's up, bro. Yes, sir. You know I'm putting up. Come on, man. You know I'm putting up. Man. They done shot Big Juke, man. Yep. They put us on the other side. Damn. Hold on, bro. Hold on.
He was in crib.
Yeah, I'm not, yeah, that's what I said. Oh, they got the vets pulling up. Oh, look at the vet. Come on, man.
So I guess once they God and them started getting word, they started coming back to the scene.
Yeah. 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 Cold blooded. That's crazy because God had told him not to go. You hear me?
I don't think he was sitting in his truck. He tried to run to his truck, didn't he?
No, they say he was sitting in his truck at first. And then he got out because dude said, hey, Chuck. Said when he looked up, man, on folks went to work. Don't that truck look familiar, though?
Yeah, it looks familiar.
Okay, I just said. I
hate that. I do. I really do. I hate that. I didn't celebrate that day either. It bothered me. It really did.
You sure did. I listened to that live almost every other day.
Why you listen to that live? It really. I felt it bothered me. I didn't like that he was, and then they put his stuff all over.
Yeah. No, it wasn't no good day, but it's just how you was. I thought you about to lose it. Yeah, breaking news.
Because I thought it was getting ready to be a war within the city.
It is a war within the city. Yeah.
Understand, G. So you can't call no bum who really needs some crumbs on a real one. You understand, G? Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah, that's from last year.
Yeah. You can't call no bum who really needs some crumbs on the real. You understand, G? That's just exactly what it is. But keep going. I ain't even gotta say no nothing. But y'all know when a fake blue 42, a real fake to the game, holler out dog name, and then switch just because you trying to get something out the situation to make a point, you are lying to the game. G, you turn around and say, yeah, when you around me, you ought to RP the dog, then you trying to cross me, you turn around. Man, yo got it. Bro, we don't switch sides over here. Yeah, you went on sweet sides over there. Oh, man. Y'all know what's going on. But y'all know, man, we do the shots out. I'm finna bring up one of my fellas to the game, though. Oh, man. And we finna chop it up on this one. Oh, man. For real, Jay. We finna chop it up on this one. I got you. I got you. Oh man, we
I
don't play
thought
that
Stan
switch
G
up
was getting ready
time.
to talk
We don't
about Yo
switch
Gotti
sides.
Truth,
That
who
ain't how we
told Big
ride.
Jook and Stan
We
G
don't
set the
do it
record
like that.
straight.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
What it is, my dad? What it is?
When somebody get the same,
Oh, okay. I thought he was getting ready to talk about who took out Big Jook.
He probably can tell you. Catch him on the right day. I gotta see. He probably can tell you who the trigger man was. I just be tripping now. I just be tripping because they said never mind, but I just be tripping about the YouTube stuff. What they say?
They say this was the car, but that probably wasn't even the car. I wonder why Commercial Appeal feel like they want to
D Black Barbie gonna say it's even worse from to look like your own brother did it. Stop it, Black Barbie. Stop with all that conspiracy mess.
that looked like a brand new truck. That truck looked brand new.
That truck look familiar to you?
No, it don't. No, it do it look familiar to you?
Do it look familiar to you?
No, it don't look familiar to me. Who truck do
You
it look like?
You sure that truck don't look familiar to you?
No, it don't. No, it don't tell me. Why would it look familiar?
Okay.
And now tell me, why would it look familiar? Who truck do it look like?
I don't know what truck do it look like. I'm asking you, do it look familiar to you?
A Straight Drops truck wasn't white, was it?
I don't know, was it?
That looked like an Explorer. Straight Drops truck was an Expedition, wasn't it? I'm gonna pull it up and see, because they showed Straight Drops truck. The Straight Drops truck was an Expedition. That looks like an Explorer.
Yeah,
but that might not even have been the truck.
It might have been a throw off. Who knows?
The fact that they got away so clean in a police truck. Oh, no, big pressure trying to put it on the police. Lord have mercy. I should have known. Lord have mercy. Let's see. Cypress, if you got something you want to say, you need to say it. It don't look familiar to me.
Oh, I just asked the question. I thought maybe it looked familiar to you. I didn't know. How y'all doing, man? I thought maybe it looked.
Hold on, let me see something. I'm going to see what Straight Drops truck look like. Day one was everything. I mean, after day one, it just wasn't no coming behind. There wasn't.
No. Man, who truck was this?
We can see what Straight Drop truck look like. You said what, Cypress?
I forgot. Somebody got a truck look just like this.
I'm sorry, 2012. 12. Case started in 2011 and ended in 2012.
Yes, sir.
That was misdemeanor drugs.
Yes, sir.
And then resisting official detention in 2014.
Yes, sir.
That same Cornelius Smith.
Yes, sir.
And you're presently charged in this case.
Okay, let's
see. The white expedition?
Yeah, that's the white expedition.
Who's driving it?
I'm driving.
I don't know. It don't look like his truck. Shit.
This woman that we had seen earlier that lost back, is that Justice
It
Cousin?
is a white truck. I bet that truck was stolen. How Straight Drop afford a truck like that?
Can stop it here. driver just got out. Who's that?
It's me.
You got your shirt all messed up, don't
Yeah,
you?
it do look. It do.
Why is that
The trucks do
Bleed.
favor, don't
Shot.
it?
in the shoulder?
Yeah.
Go, and we saw somebody get out of the passenger side. Is that right?
Yeah, that's just.
All right. You can play a little further.
Suggesting.
Gray sweatpants,
Oh, no,
black
no.
hoodie, and that hat.
Oh, let's see some. Y'all saw that truck. Y'all don't think it's the same truck?
Oh no.
It might not be. Okay, that's the Ford symbol on the back. This one looks a little shorter than the other one. Okay, they're saying it's not the same truck.
Okay, well, that truck look familiar, you know. Don't it?
This right here ought to make little boys not ever want to commit crime. The way this boy was in a fetal position, now don't it?
Do you know whose Charger this
Well, he
is?
knew he was through when he tried to go trap.
He act like that's the first time he had seen that damn video. Straight Drop must didn't know all the evidence they had. His lawyer was supposed to show it to him. Eleven 17 2021 at 13:17 hours, so it would have been 1:17.
Is that Pressure World?
Yeah.
Did you in fact meet him there?
Yes.
What happened when you met him there?
Oh, I got my phone from him, and he was telling me that he heard that Dolph had shot one of us, because I had told him how he told me that he heard that Dolph had shot one of us, and that one of our blood was on the scene.
And then Keanu again, is that right?
Yeah.
You were walking over here. What are you walking to?
Why y'all think that girl wasn't called into court?
Okay. Is that a Chevy Trax? Is that right?
Yeah, 2020 Chevy Trax.
They can't really. A great face said Straight Drop lawyer did an objection for the record.
At this point, have y'all made arrangements as far as meeting up later or anything like that?
Yeah, I was actually finna go get my phone from Quick and go get me some pills because I was shot up. And he was finna go get the money from Juke. He supposed to get no weed.
Is this the Chevy Trax?
Yeah, it's a Chevy Trax.
Justin there in the yellow?
Yeah. backyard when I cleaned it down.
So it had already been pushed to back.
Yeah.
Did you take anything out of the car?
Nah, I ain't take them help.
Wiped it down and left.
Yeah, wiped down and left.
You were describing staying in touch with Justin, is that right?
Yeah.
To your knowledge, was he still in town or out of town?
My knowledge, he was here.
And you had mentioned the money, is that correct?
Yeah.
And he had told you that Joke said it was too hot right now.
Yeah, it was too hot right now.
But were you still interested in your money?
Yeah, I just wanted my money. I did the job, I just wanted my money.
Now, could you have gone to Joke and tried to get your money?
Nah.
Did you know him at all?
I had met with him, but I ain't have no number on him.
How many times had you met with Joke?
Just one time he quit house.
At Quet's house?
Yeah, quit house.
And when did that happen? Before or after Dolph was killed?
It was before.
When that happened, was there conversation about these hits on the PRE rappers?
Yeah, really quick with doing all the talking, like, just telling who out here pray, how much everybody had on their head and stuff like that. And Juke was just like agreeing, like, you know what I'm saying? He made her take our phone outside first before he started doing any talking.
Who all was there for this meeting at Quet's house?
So if it wasn't jealousy, why did, if it was just about words, why did everybody at Paper Route have a bag on top of their head? If it was about words and what Young Dolph had said 3 years prior, why did they put a bag on top of everybody's head?
It was just me quitting Juke.
You, Quet, and Joke.
He really wanted me. I had pulled up about some extra pills and Juke was already in there.
Gotcha.
And Quet had started talking, you know what I'm saying, like, you see right here, and Juke like, hold up, the phone's outside. So he said, our phone outside.
They came back in?
Yeah, now, Quet took the phones outside in church. Me and Juke was already in hell, but Quet came back in and started talking.
At that time when you met with Joke, is that the first time that anybody's talked about money on Dolph's head?
Now, the first time, it was just Quet last year.
So this had come up before with Quet,
Yeah.
and then comes up again with Quet and with Joke there.
Right.
When did you, in that timeline, so first just Quet, next Quet and Joke.
Right.
When did you met Justin in that timeline?
Oh, you like right around the same time, you know what I'm saying?
As the first time when it was just Quet, or the second time when it was Quet and Joke?
Like, in between the first and the second time, I had, like, Quet had put me and Justin together, basically.
Okay.
That's how I met him, Quet.
Joke's the money man calling the shots.
Yeah.
Quet puts you and Justin together.
Right.
And you and Justin are cool with each other.
Yeah.
And interact with each other over the months. You said at least 5 times.
Yeah, something.
You're trying to, now we're back after the murder, you're trying to get your money.
Right.
You're having conversations with Justin, is that correct?
Yeah, I was taking the phone, like, you know what I'm saying? I need their money for the party, you know what I'm saying?
Are there times that you're trying to communicate with Justin and in fact you're communicating with somebody else?
I ain't know it, you know what I'm saying? At the time, I ain't know.
Okay. Did you come to find out that Jamarcus Johnson had Justin's phone after the murder?
Yeah, I found that out, I got locked up.
When you were communicating with Justin, okay, these times when Jamarcus had his phone and doing 3-way stuff or whatever, what was the substance of those conversations?
Well, first time I was on the way back from Atlanta, and he said he had got a little package from his homeboy so we could have some money in our pocket or whatever. And I was coming back from Atlanta, so I like, I like 2 hours out. So I like, man, I don't want to just put it in the mailbox. But he said he had a letter with it too. And I know it'd be too many folks in my dad's neighborhood, so they'll be seeing what put in the mailbox and double back. So I told him to give it to the lady next door who like a grandma figure to me or whatever, and he gave her $500 in a letter.
$500 in a letter.
Yeah.
And obviously you're supposed to get $40,000.
Right.
But you got $500 in a letter.
You saying right here, yeah.
And what was the substance of the letter?
Saying that Juke said that if we get caught up, he gonna make sure we had the best lawyers and all that old stuff is hot right now.
And this first payment is when you get back from Atlanta.
Yeah.
How did you got into Atlanta?
Me and my girl had went out there. After they found the cop, we had went on out there.
Okay. Get scarce.
Yeah. I got scared. I got on them.
Did y'all drive out there?
Yeah, we drove out there.
Stay in a hotel?
Yeah, stayed in a hotel.
About how long were you gone?
I was gone a couple days. I ain't had any more money on me.
Run out of money, you gotta come back.
Yeah, I gotta come back.
And you come back, you pick up that money from the old woman?
Yeah, I picked up the money from her, and I saw how much it was. I'm like, hell, you know what I'm saying? Like $500.
You could spend that on pills in one day, I bet.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah, I can bet it.
What'd you do with the letter?
I flushed down the toilet at the hotel room.
All right. Is that the only time you got any money from Justin?
Nah, a couple days later, I was in the city or whatever, and he was saying that he was gonna have his folks to pull up on me, bring me some money or whatever, hold me down. So I'm thinking he been pulled up about 20-30,000 leave, you know what I'm saying? But I had my girl to get out the car, and she met the person that was driving on the street or whatever. I had her to have her face mask on, and she said they had their face masks on, so we don't know who it was, but they got her $300.
$300.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is from Justin's folks.
Yeah, this from Justin's folks.
All right. So now we've been paid about $800.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is there any other payment coming?
Nah, all the payments stopped, man.
All the payments stopped.
Everything stopped.
Is there any time that you or your girlfriend or anybody received a large payment?
Nah.
How much longer passes until you're arrested about?
Probably about a week after I had saw that when I saw Quick. He was telling me that we had to meet up at the restaurant or whatever to get up with Juke, get my money or whatever.
All right, so tell me about this again. I'm sorry.
I was in South Memphis to get me some pills.
South Memphis, okay.
And I ran into Quick. He was going one way, I was going the opposite way. And he blew the horn, and I pulled on over to the side because Bobby had OD. So I was giving him my condolences and stuff too.
We had talked earlier about this guy. You hung out on Bradley Street a lot.
Yeah.
And so did another guy named Bobby Carter, is that right? And he was a friend to you?
Yeah, that was my associate.
And he was a friend or maybe even a relative to Mr. Govan?
Yeah.
And he had actually died of a drug overdose?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. So you're talking with Mr. Govan.
So I was giving my condolences because, you know, they said they were like brothers. So I was giving my condolences about Bobby ODing or whatever. And he was like, man, he gonna get my money. He gonna get my money. He like, when last time I spoke to Justin? I like, man, it's been a minute. And he was like, police had just ran in Justin's spot or whatever, and I need to get rid of my phone and all that. And he asked me for a number on me so he could get with me.
And that is how we started your testimony, right? We started with this conversation the day before so that you were arrested, is that right?
Yeah.
So we've come full circle on that. I have some still shots and photographs I want to pass to you. Ask you what's in here, Mr. Smith. Council signature on it.
Yeah.
See these people walking?
Yeah.
Does the car end up way back here?
Yeah, way back there.
Is that where it was when you wiped it down?
Yeah, that's where it was. I didn't think like that.
Now, at the end of this, you said, you're direct. You said something about, you saw a picture of the person, you said Mr. Johnson with a suitcase. And you said, he's there with his money, getting out of town. To be clear, you don't have any direct knowledge of Justin Johnson getting a dime for this, right?
Nah, I ain't got nothing.
Okay. So you can't say he's leaving with his money, right?
Right.
Okay. Now, a couple other things specifically. When you as you say it, let's kind of put a timing on this. So you said March, you got your current lawyer, and you went back and met with the government again, right? Or the state.
I don't know what month. Like I said, I can't say what like they doing.
But if I told you you met with law enforcement around March 13th of 22, does that sound about right?
I can't put the date on it.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. You said you had a change of heart and your conscience started getting to you. You wanted to tell the truth. When did that happen?
Like a couple months after I sobered all the way up, while I was in jail, I sobered all the way up. I ain't in my sense like it was wrong.
Okay. So you got December is when you go to jail. December 9th?
Yeah, December 9th.
Okay, so that was around the time that they says that Cornelius started when he said that when he sobered all the way up, and came to his senses, he still kind of flipped out because he started talking out loud about what in his cell about what had happened to the to young Dolph. Okay.
So a couple of months from then, you sober up, that's when you come to your senses.
Yeah, and then Justin had sent me a letter saying.
Well, I'm not asking you what Justin sent you a letter saying.
What automatically made me come to my senses and like, it was wrong. You know what I'm saying? When he said, cut him loose, take the juke, and quit down with me.
Okay. So you're saying Mr. Johnson sent you something saying, he actually said he didn't do it, right?
Nah, he didn't say he didn't do it. He said, cut him loose and take juke and quit down with me because they ain't messing with us.
Oh, you mean tell the truth? Nah. Because he didn't have anything to do with it. Tell the truth.
Nah, he said, we take the downfall.
Oh, okay.
Cut him loose. Let him go.
Okay.
And tell them to quit and him change clothes and quit with me instead of him.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Did you get it directly from Justin Johnson, this kite you're talking about?
We got a rock meeting and stuff, but we were talking through the vent. I was in each part, he was in each part. We were talking through the vent.
Did you get it directly from Justin Johnson?
Nah.
Did you see him write
it? Did I get it? He said, did you get that? Did you get that kite?
Did you see him write it?
Nah, I ain't see him right. I'm in another part.
Right, you can't even see him.
He asked me, did I get that kite?
Okay.
He sent me more than one. He sent another one and said he got $7K. I could take that. I'll leave.
Where's that?
I don't know where it's at.
You lost it?
Nah. I sent it on out to my folks.
Okay. All right.
Sent it on out to my folks. My sister.
Okay. So you started telling the truth then. So surely by August, you met with the state in August 10th of 22. Surely by then you're telling the truth.
Yeah, I'm telling the truth.
And you would agree with me the truth doesn't change. It's the truth, right?
Yeah, it's the truth. Quit brought me in and set me up for the police to capture me, so might as well tell the truth. If we gonna tell the truth.
Okay. So today, for the first time ever, you testified that you wiped that Mercedes down.
Yeah.
You've never said that before.
No, I ain't never.
You never told them. You never told them that you wiped that Mercedes down?
I never told detectives when I talked to them. Nah.
Why would you not tell them? They've asked you every question under the sun about this case, right?
I said detectives. I never admitted that I was involved to detectives when I first got locked up December the 9th.
You know they take notes and they recorded your entire interview.
Right.
From August.
Right.
Why didn't you tell them in August you wiped the car down?
We were talking about so much, we slipped my mind from.
They specifically asked you, and you said
They ain't asked me that way you cut it in. They ain't specifically asked me
you
that
don't.
way you cut it in.
You don't recall them asking you, and you saying Justin said he had someone wipe the car down.
Yeah, he told me he had somebody to wipe the car down too.
But you didn't think to ask him,
I
right?
told him that I wiped it down. He said he used the right stuff because I got somebody else to wipe it down. You know what I'm saying?
So now you're saying you told Justin that you went and wiped it down.
Yeah, I told him too.
Why didn't you tell that to law enforcement who's seeking the truth from you, right?
You know, stuff slip a person man too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Kind of an important detail.
like they ain't asked me did I already be cutting him, so
You don't think so?
I don't recall.
Okay. Well, your fingerprints are on that car,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
So when did you go do that?
Like a couple days after the shooting.
Did you tell Quet? Did you go by Quet's house?
Yeah, I ain't called quick and told him that I was finna walk in their backyard so he'll know who walking over there. I ain't called him.
So you called him, you let him know, you walked through his backyard.
Not through his backyard, that I was finna walk in the backyard where the car was in.
Okay. Why would you need to tell Quet you were going to be at the car across the street?
Because he got cameras. So I ain't want him to think nobody trying to get him enough to get shooting at me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, I'm letting him know what's up.
And just to be clear, does he have cameras on the abandoned house, or you're just saying shooting out from his, facing out from his house?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But testimony today is you called Quet and told him you were going to go over there and wipe that car down. Okay. And you didn't tell law enforcement that either. Does that surprise you that you wouldn't have told them, hey, I even called Quet and told him I was going to go over and do it?
Nah, because, you know, like I say, stuff slip a person mind at the time, you know what I'm saying? Like, when law enforcement talking to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't just finna remember everything bit for bit right then and there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, 3 or 4 times, as you said it, right? To meet with him, to go over it, to think about it. You were able to talk with counsel before you went into these. You were able to look at paperwork before you went in, right?
Before I went in with.
And met with him.
Yeah, what you mean though? What you saying? Like, what you saying?
It just slipped your mind.
Nah, what you saying? Like,
No,
what slipped my mind? What you saying?
To tell them all the details.
Yeah, I couldn't just remember detail like that.
Because it's hard to keep up with details when you're lying. You would agree with that, right?
Nah.
No?
Nah, when you tell them the truth, like, in
Okay.
it's like, it's hard to keep up
Uh-huh.
with details.
So, you're saying that one just slipped your mind? Okay. You didn't bring it up. They didn't ask you. It just slipped your mind. Okay.
I answered the questions they asked me correct. You know, like if they ain't asked me, if I don't recall them asking me, I ain't answering.
So, law enforcement specifically asked you about this $800 that you got after the shooting, right?
Right.
And today, I just want to make clear, you're saying that $500 was hand-delivered by Justin with a letter to your neighbor.
Right.
And her name, just to be clear, is Vivian Fifi, right?
Correct.
Lives next door to your dad.
Correct.
And you know that happened, correct?
Correct.
You say you were on the phone with Justin and Miss Fifi when that was happening.
Correct.
And to confirm that Miss Fifi actually got the money.
Correct.
Okay? Now, but you would agree with me that's not the story you first told law enforcement, right?
I don't recall.
You don't recall?
I can't say he's correct in that, but I don't know what I told them, like, when I first talked to them.
But is that
I
the
can't
truth?
recall the interview that I had with them back then, so I can't say it's correct or it's not.
Okay. Well, did you tell them that you told them the truth, right?
Yeah, I told them the truth.
All right. So, in that same interview, if that's the truth with Miss Fifi, in that same interview earlier, why would you tell them that some masked man came in a Chrysler 300 on 2 occasions and said, you didn't say that.
I didn't say that earlier. I did not say that. Said a madman on 2 occasions came.
You didn't say
that. And dropped it off to Miss Fifi the first time, and he had somebody with a mask on the second time with $300. That's what I see.
So, if that interview recording's got your voice saying that you and Angela backed up in the driveway next door, and on 2 separate occasions, the first time somebody brought $500, and your girlfriend Angela got out and got it, and you stayed in the car, and then on another occasion, which is what you said today, somebody bought $300, and Angela got out and got it. You're saying that's just not it. It's like, you didn't say that. Somebody else jumped in your interview that was recorded and said those things.
Yeah, I don't remember saying all that. I can't recall the interview. Like, I got to hear it for me to say, yeah, you know, I see it, yeah, I got to hear it again.
Okay. But if you were telling the truth, you wouldn't have any trouble, right? Going, did I say that or not? Because you know you didn't say it because you told the truth.
I'm telling the truth. I'm telling
this time or that time?
I've been telling the truth all the time, all along.
Okay.
Since that good, might as well tell the truth.
A couple of things. You had only two conversations. Well, let me back up. You had one conversation at Quet's house where Jook was there, correct?
Correct.
Justin wasn't there.
Nah, he wasn't there.
And then you said you had an earlier conversation with just you and Quet about the Dolph hit, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now, this conversation that you had at Quet's with Juke was there. I think you said you went to buy X pills.
Correct.
You weren't going over there for the specific purpose of saying you wanted to a chance at killing Dolph.
Nah.
Okay. Did you ever, during that meeting that you had with Jook and Quet present, did you ever say that you could get up on Dolph real easy because you know where his aunt lives and you see him over there at least once a week?
Nah.
Never said that?
Never said that.
Now, you've testified today that no promises were made, right? But you're expecting to get consideration.
Nah.
No? You're not expecting to get any consideration for your sentence in this case, based on what you're doing here today?
Nah. But I know I'm going to jail anyway, so.
Okay.
So maybe we be real, get it off my chest, feel better. Start my healing process.
You say you want to start his healing process.
It's not what you told your sisters when you wrote them back in March of 22.
Probably not.
You lied to them?
I say anything. I don't know.
Now we're getting somewhere. You'd say anything.
I'm saying like in the letters because I know for sure that they taking my letters and stuff, so.
You told them my lawyer is trying to tell me my best out is working with the feds, helping them, something I've never done in my life.
Yeah.
So you're telling them I didn't do this. I didn't really do it. But I'm going to say I did it so I can get out of prison.
Nah, I ain't ain't saying it like that. I ain't saying it like that. Like, I'm saying like, it's my best out to be honest and stuff like that. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, be truthful because they already know. So if they already know, why play with these folks? And they already know.
And then you said, just so on that point, your lawyer, he said that's the only way I will not do life in jail.
Yeah, if I said that then, you know, if you know what I said, if I wrote that, I said that. So I ain't finna say I didn't write that.
And then you say that you're hoping essentially not to do any time because your lawyer that you have now was responsible for getting one of the people in the Holly Bobo case out without doing any jail time.
Yeah, I told him his history, you know what I'm saying, like his history, but what he did in the past ain't got nothing to do with this.
No? So you weren't expecting to walk free after today? That's not what you were expecting?
After them folks kept telling me I ain't going, I said forget it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, I'm being real, so it is what it is, I feel better now.
Okay. Because you told your sisters, they gotta let me walk free if I make any deals with them.
And my sister and they green, they don't know nothing about ain't no folk teachers and stuff like that, they green, they don't know nothing about no jail time or nothing like that, so, you know, we just praying, hoping for the best outcome, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just leaving in God's hands.
Why would you lie to your family? I mean, you had this this head of conscience after you got clean, right? Right?
Yeah, it basically like speaking into exist, you know what I'm saying? Like hoping for the best, you know what I'm saying? Outcome, you know what I'm saying? Faith.
Exactly. Hoping to walk free if you go in and testify in this case, right?
Before I talk to them folks and stuff like that, like, before I talk to them, they what I'm telling my sister and them, like, man, I ain't never did no police ass shit, but, you know what I'm saying? Quit already told them everything. They already knew everything, so I might as well, you know, tell the truth, you know what I'm saying? Tell my role, tell his role, you know what I'm saying? So, be honest.
Wait, and you bring up quit in this letter. You even tell your sisters that when you saw Quet on December 8th, it was like he had a limited time to find somebody to pin this on. Talking about Quet.
Hey, you know, I was just getting locked up, right? So I wasn't finna say, yeah, that was me. I'm not finna say, y'all know that was me or nothing like that. Any letter. I'm not finna do that. I'm not finna do that.
You hadn't just got locked up. Agreed? You got locked up in December. This is in March.
Yeah, but I'm still just locked up over here. I came over here in January 11th. So I'm over here now, and I know, man, everything I do, say, whatever, right, they might intercept it. They might listen on the phone, so I can't talk like I really want to. You know, letters or nothing.
You repeatedly say in these letters to your sisters that you didn't do this, and you're only going to lie to get yourself a deal. Fair? Whether it was true, whether you say you were lying to them or not, that's what you said here.
Right? I said it in that letter once again. I just got over it. I know my case over. I ain't talked to no state or nothing like that. I ain't talked to nobody. So I'm not finna admit to doing nothing in no letter, knowing they might interfere in it. Take it.
You met with law enforcement in December, on December 9th, on the day of your arrest.
Yes, sir, I did.
And within days of writing this, and maybe before then, well, you didn't remember. In days of writing this, you're back meeting with law enforcement.
December the 9th?
In March 13th.
You said December the 9th.
You met with them December 9th?
December the 9th, March.
You're back meeting with them March 13th of 22. Days after writing this letter to your sister, or these letters to your sister.
Well, if it was after I wrote that to my sisters, then I wasn't going to confess because you said I wrote that before I met with them, right?
So, I guess what you're saying that is, when you met with law enforcement, if it was in March, that you realized you weren't going to lie and you decided to tell the truth then.
To the law enforcement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, this issue about the $50,000 we talked about earlier, you went into a proffer sometime in March and lied about the $50,000.
What you mean?
You didn't tell them that you had gotten $50,000 for killing Dolph.
I didn't tell them because that was for my lawyer.
Okay.
That was for my lawyer. So I ain't tell them right then and there. Nah.
And then in August, you and your lawyer have to appear for another proffer, and you have to clear that up because you lied.
Yeah, I kept it G. Like, you know, yeah, my lawyer told me that the best thing to do, just be honest. That is things.
Okay. But you still weren't honest, even after meeting with them the first time. And then in August, you meet with them again.
Hold up, what you mean I wasn't honest after meeting with them? Hold up, what you
In March. You lied about the money in March.
In March? Like, what? Why I lie about some money?
You
in
didn't
March?
tell them you got any money for killing Dolph.
Nah, look, when I spoke to my lawyer, and my lawyer told me to be honest, I was honest with them.
Okay.
I was honest with them. I told them about the 800, so I ain't tell them I got no money for killing Dolph. I told y'all about the 800. So how I didn't tell you that?
Now, you originally even tried to get your girlfriend to lie for you, right? With an alibi, Angela.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Who's Letitia Jackson?
That's my baby mom, my kid mom.
Okay. Now, I think you said, well, let me ask you this, was the day that you shot Dolph, the day before that, did you know you were going to shoot Dolph?
Nah, I ain't know nothing about all this, but I ain't know we gonna catch Dolph again. But the next day was the day we caught Dolph, that was my baby girl's birthday, to be honest.
Okay.
And I know I told her about.
Okay, y'all. So I don't know if y'all want to finish watching it, but we hear him talk about how Straight Drop told him, Straight Drop wanted to speak through him. For him to, he kept changing his mind because he didn't want to take away his street credibility, but he wanted to speak through Cornelius to tell on here they said Juke and Quet. Okay. But I heard before that he said Gotti and Juke, but Cornelius on here says it was Juke and Quet. Says Diane, he heard they was talking, he telling the truth. So thank you, Miss Paula, for the $10 super sticker. She did that at 7 o'clock. I didn't see it. Thank you.
Ain't nothing happening, Rose. I'm here.
So Cypress, what you think about that?
What about them telling?
Do you still think that Straight Drop is solid?
Oh, I got to see the other side of this. I got to wait till the other side kick in first.
When you say the other side, what you mean?
When they bring up these other bodies, it's going to come up on the other side.
Yeah, because he do got other bodies. It says, when is the Quet and Cornelius trial? I thought one was like, Cornelius doesn't have a trial date. Quet goes to trial supposedly July the 28th. Cypress, they about to bring up the big fish. So I'm really interested in what's going to go on in Quest trial. I am. I am very interested, and that is because like that's if it's going to be a trial, and that is because nobody really knows what's going to happen. I'm talking about what they have and all of that. We do know Cornelius is going to be there August the 1st. He's coming in. The trial start Monday, supposedly, and then Cornelius will be there that Friday.
Oh my God.
What you talking about? Oh my God! For
Oh my God. Not another episode of Cornelius tells everything. Oh my God, I should have got rid of this dude, man.
well, you might be surprised. What you gonna do if Drop come up in there? Evidently, he wasn't. He was mad at Quit too.
I don't think Drop coming.
He ain't got nothing to lose.
No, it won't make no sense for him coming in the court. Stay where you at.
They said Cypress. They said Cornbread is the real killer. They just scapegoat and straight drop. Mm. Straight drop is the killer too. He shot him. He took his weapon was the one that when he fell down, straight drop ran up on him and shot him in his neck and stuff. So he was still alive when straight drop was shooting him in his neck. So he's the killer too. It's a damn shame to do somebody like that. That makes me real mad when I start thinking about it. Just because somebody pay you to do it.
I think if he
Y'all, why was God is so involved? Why was he saying we the last one standing? Why after Dolph was killed, he was sitting up wearing an army suit, looking like a Thanksgiving turkey, talking about we the last one standing? Why was he so involved right after Dolph was killed? Why? People act like they forgot that.
You say he did what now?
Talking about we the last one standing, wearing army fatigue suits and stuff.
Oh, I missed that part.
Thank you, Damien, for the $5 super sticker.
I missed that part.
Or Damon. Cypress, you always talking about you missed the part. You always miss the part when it comes to God.
A house, buying them a house and all that because I knew if they already had hits on everybody's head and we was out looking for somebody. We didn't know we were gonna catch Dolph. We didn't know who we were gonna catch.
Is that why it was a particularly big day for you?
What you mean big day?
Well, you text Miss Jackson, let's see, 9:05 a.m. on November 17th, 2021, you say, good morning. I went to sleep in the midst of texting you to knowing today is my big day.
My baby birthday. My daughter's birthday.
November 17th?
Yeah, my daughter.
You went and killed a man on your daughter's birthday?
Hey, I'm trying to make it right for her. I ain't had no money. I'm trying to get some money that day. So I'm trying to make sure my baby girl, man, have a beautiful birthday. So it was whatever. Then I'm trying to get high on pills. It was whatever.
But you're telling her you're going to buy her house, you're going to give her $10,000 for rent?
I said, this
right.
day before.
The day before?
Yeah, you know, I tell female lie, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my baby mama. I was trying to get back with her or whatever. It ain't just like, you know, it's just game. You know what I'm saying? It's just game. And about all, like, just game.
So you're just lying to her too?
I ain't saying lying. I ain't gonna say that. Game and lying is two different things because
okay.
You know, you tell the person what they want to hear. You know what I'm saying?
Like these kind of people.
Nah, I don't know them.
That's Cypress, you go to sleep for.
Ain't got no reason to let nobody.
So if it's game, it ain't a lot.
I ain't trying to run game on nobody in here, man.
You sure?
Pause, I put myself in the murder, so I don't run the guy. Make sense now.
But you think you're walking.
I ain't saying I'm walking. Them folks just told me, them folks been told me I'm doing time, so, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
So, at the shooting itself, I just want to be clear on this. You say Justin got shot.
He got scraped on the back.
What is? Explain to me the difference between a scrape and getting shot.
Like, you know, when you fall and you scrape your knee or something, like the bullet glazed your back, like just glazed. Like it glazed my leg and I got hit and it went in my back.
Okay, so you're saying a bullet grazed when you say scrape. I just want to make sure I understand. Okay, so you're saying Justin got grazed, a bullet grazed on his back.
Yeah.
Was he bleeding?
Yeah, he bleed, but it wasn't like mine was. Like, you know, heavy like mine was.
How was your leg bleeding a lot?
Yeah, my leg was bleeding a little bit. Like, you can see the skin, you know what I'm saying? The scab, skin, and stuff like that. But it was just glazed, but my arm, it went in and rested in my back.
And you said that when you went to Keona's house, that she did some wound care on you and Justin.
We helped each other. All of us helped each other.
Okay, so you wiped Justin's back down for
Yeah,
that spot?
she would help him with a tab, and you know, we were helping each other. Yeah, man, helping each other.
Okay. And I think you said when y'all got to Keona's house, you changed clothes when you went in.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you identified a person you said was Mr. Johnson that came out and then stuck his head in a charger, but you were in the house. But you said that was.
He came out and got the wound kit.
All right. So did y'all do the wound care before changing clothes or after you got the wound kit?
Before the wound kit came, we had a towel and soap and stuff and peroxide. You know what I'm saying? We were doing it like that.
Okay. When you met with Juke and Quet, Quet was doing most of the talking. Go back, right?
He tough.
And you testified earlier about this. Just to be clear, Govan before the hit on Dolph, before you did it, had already negotiated with you to get $10,000.
Yeah, from me and $10,000 from Justin.
Okay. Now, I want to be clear about, I'm going to get to that in a minute, but I want to make sure $10,000 to you, you talked about it before, and then he came back to you after the fact and asked you about the 10 because he wanted his money, right?
Yeah, I want a man too.
Okay. Now, you said today, pretty matter-of-factly, that he had the same $10,000 from Justin. But when you were interviewed by law enforcement in August, they asked you that. And you said, I think he had the same deal with Justin. Right? So do you know it or do you think it?
I probably did say that then, but basically I'm saying the same thing I said then.
So you're not sure?
I'm saying the same thing I said then.
Okay, that you think he did.
I'm saying the same thing I said then. You can put it how you want to put it, but I'm saying, you know what I'm saying?
I'm putting it the way you put it.
What I know, you know what I'm saying? What I know.
All right?
Yeah.
Well, if you know it, why would you tell them then that you thought it? I think he got it. Why wouldn't you go? He got it. He had the same deal. I was there.
It's because Justin ain't bring me my money, so I don't know if he gave me. You know what I'm saying? So.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
One moment, Judge. When you were in the white Mercedes, you were bleeding a lot, right? Bleeding a lot.
Nah. I wasn't bleeding a lot. Nah,
So you told law enforcement that you were bleeding really bad.
Yeah, once it started coming out, once I see it, saw it, start panicking, you know, like, damn, blood started coming out. But I know not to panic that bad though, because I've been shot before. So in the white Mercedes, I'm sitting up like this, so my blood won't get nowhere in the car. I'm sitting up like this, and we driving at a fast pace. So I jump out this, jump at this position, like.
Okay. You've got a gunshot in your shoulder, a graze on your leg, and you say Mr. Johnson's been grazed on his back.
Correct.
And you can see the graze, right?
Nah, I ain't look at it, because when he's driving, I'm making sure, we didn't know he was glazed at first, so I'm trying to make sure he don't reach. So I'm like, you all right? You all right? I'm talking to him. But he said he's been hit too.
Okay, he said he got hit. You've gotten grazed on
Get
your
over
leg.
here.
You can look down, you felt it, and then you can look down and see it, right? All right. Now, you said you wiped down this car. How'd you wipe down the car? And what'd you do?
What you mean?
How did you wipe down the car? What'd you do? You walked through the backyard, you walked up to the car. What did you do next?
You know, I need like peroxide and bleach and stuff, and wipe and cutting.
Peroxide and bleach. So you walked back through this yard and you had big things of peroxide and bleach in your hands.
You trying to say how I did it with a shot on?
I know, I'm just saying, I want to know how you did it.
See what you need.
I want to know how you did it. I might need to wipe down a car. I don't know.
Alright, well, go ahead.
So how'd you do it?
Man, I just wiped the guy there, you know what I'm saying? I wiped the cut there.
All right, where'd you wipe?
Inside and stuff. Inside in the dope panel.
Door panel?
Yeah.
So you wiped down, where'd you wipe down on the inside?
Like the armrest, seat and stuff in the dope panel.
Okay. What about the outside of the car?
Dope panel. Dope panel. You know what I'm saying? Wipe the dope panel down.
Anything else?
The outside? Nah, just dope panel.
And you know your prints on the car.
Yeah, I ain't know that my print was on the car at the time, but I'm wiping the dope panel where I know I touch, you know what I'm saying? Like dope panel and stuff like this. And the blood department, I was just trying to wipe real fast, but I ain't want the lawn to go out, so I was just trying to wipe real fast.
So based on what Cornelius is saying, how do you all think Quet's trial is going to turn out?
Quick and fast, as they put this nigga on the stand.
Well, I think he's going to be there that Friday because he said on the site, it says he goes to court in that courtroom on that Friday. Says Justin felt sorry to give bro $800 out his money.
800, one scratching, one touching. Straight drop money, straight from wherever the guy his money.
Right. They only gave it to him because they had to produce something. Because they went there both times to kill him. They weren't going to give him a dime, but leave him laying in the street unalived.
Boy, they would have did that at first. They
still wasn't going to get away with it.
I ain't saying they would have got away with it, but it would have been a lot more easy.
He just would have had another murder on his hand.
Yeah. So it all depends on what he's going to do on the other side of the body. But I think they're going to push for the death penalty and make him talk.
It says Cypress pissed. They went to court.
But would y'all be satisfied if Quit plead out?
He hadn't so far. We don't guess. We don't really know what's going on with Quit. What y'all think gonna happen with Black Youngster? That's a
Uh,
that's another one, huh?
he's most likely going to jail.
Hmm.
What what Black Youngster say on the song "Big Pressure"?
Marcus said he'll be satisfied. So, do you all think that Black Youngster should go also?
Yeah, from the nature of what he did, but going over there to the man neighborhood with them guns, he most likely going to jail. Charlie Fleming said all of them cook. You might be right, Charlie. But we gotta see it. We gotta seeing is believing.
Mississippi Pressure, they using it on Dirk and Diddy and all folks that make them um what makes them special. Right. Gotti ain't bigger than Diddy. And a lot of people it's questionable whether he's bigger than Dirk. Because a lot of people don't think that he is.
Who got it?
Yeah.
No, not rapping wise, no. But yeah, no, not rapping wise, no. We ain't even gonna do that. But in his day, he probably would have been bigger than Dirk. But no.
Hmm. And Rose says, hell no, none of his artists either, not Glow either. Hmm. Well, I'm just waiting to see. Like I said, they got a month and some change before Orange Mountain Quit goes supposedly gonna have a trial. Supposedly.
I don't think it's gonna be no trial, but quit, move them box trucks to 428. Shout out to Quit, man. And shout out to Quit and Stanley. Shout out to Quit and Stanley.
Hmm.
What's next after the Quit trial? Whole bunch of indictment coming now.
Um, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't come down before the trial.
Do you think so? I don't think it's gonna come down for the trial. I think they're gonna wait till after. Damn. I mean, personally, I don't know. I hope Quit, uh, plead out.
You say you hope that he pleads out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I think Quit was hoping to get probation.
But that wasn't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen.
You said it wasn't gonna happen.
No, it's the type of way you said. I ain't worried about it. I'm just saying I hope he plead out. If you know Cornelius gonna get on, he might as well plead out. But I don't know though. But Y'all sure y'all want to hear everything? I don't think y'all really want to hear everything.
Why you say that?
I just don't.
Why wouldn't they want to hear everything?
I don't think y'all in this chat want to hear everything.
Why wouldn't they want to hear everything, Cypress?
I don't know. I just don't think they want to hear everything. I don't know. I don't know. But hey, quit. If you smart, ain't gonna go all the way with this man. The man is gonna get on. They gonna give him a Happy Meal, 10-piece nuggets. He gonna stand. They better not get a nigga no sweet tea. You most definitely.
It's gonna be interesting, I think.
It's gonna be a lot of people finna get to moving around, man, like never before. Just pay attention. Pay attention, y'all. A lot of people finna be moving around, y'all. It's coming, y'all. People finna be moving and running.
This is see if you could charge people over rumors, hearsay. We would probably all be in jail.
Yes, sir.
That's what Big Pressure said. It ain't hearsay.
Yeah, it's all gonna come out, but I don't think he won't. I don't know, man. I just don't think it'll be smart for him to go all the way with it because, like, you know what's gonna happen.
Jay Dropper said Pre gonna get indicted. Why Pre and Young who is that Young Money? Why he say Pre and Young
No,
Money gonna be indicted?
I ain't even gonna answer that. Don't act like that ain't there, but
Cypress said you is full of crap. Why
uh,
Pre and Young Money ain't did nothing? They ain't did nothing. What they gonna be indicted for?
what the? We don't know. We can't say that. We don't know. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. Is we don't know.
They
But
ain't did nothing. I ain't heard nobody say they did nothing wrong. All they do is make their music and stuff.
yeah, so I'll just say this: somebody who was there just wrote that comment. Jay Dropper, Jay Dropper, you from Memphis? So I think Jay Dropper, it ain't no Young Money. Stop it, Muffin. Don't do that. That ain't what he talking about, Muffin. But Jay Dropper, whoever you is, you know a little something. I ain't, I think, I believe. I hope he's right, Jay Dropper.
They said that they didn't get like what CMG artist said they're Pre and Young Mob shoot. I ain't heard that.
I ain't got, well, I ain't got no comment on that. What you say, Jay Dropper?
So who was it? Because ain't nobody else heard it.
What's that now? Who did what?
Who did Pre say? Pre and see Pre and Young Mob ain't shoot nobody.
Jay Dropper, Jay Dropper, Jay Dropper. Mm.
It ain't no research to do, J Dropper. It ain't happen.
Mm. Jay Dropper. That's all I'm gonna say. Shout out to you, Jay Dropper.
Cypress don't know what he talk about. Either. Cypress is full of shit.
Shout out to Jay Dropper, whoever you is.
I
He got me.
I ain't heard nothing about no mess like that.
I ain't said nothing. I just said shout out to Jay Dropper, whoever that is. They gotta be from Memphis. But we don't.
If that had happened, I would have heard about it.
Well, you might have was sleeping, walking down the there something. We don't know.
I want to know who was that. What he say that Young Mob and Pre. What he said they did what?
I don't know. He said they did. So I don't know what he said. I forgot. He said
They supposedly did something to CMG artists, but I ain't never heard that.
I'll say.
Oh
No,
they didn't do that. You talking about Moneybag artists?
Well, no, Pre ain't have nothing to do with that. I'm gonna say this, Jay Dropper. Pre ain't have nothing to do with that. Pre ain't have nothing to do with that, and I just leave that where that is.
And Young Mob did either.
But nobody said CFG now, but now Jay Dropper, Paper Route didn't have nothing to do with that. Paper Route wasn't on the scene of that. Paper Route didn't have nothing to do with that. Period. I ain't gonna let nobody lie on Paper Route. They didn't have nothing to do with that.
I don't know who was chasing and shooting that big book on the interstate. Paper Route ain't had no reason to be chasing and shooting that big boogie.
Probably who you say Big Boogie? Ain't no telling. Probably some of them people he be checking their ass on. Some problem made them shooting them.
I don't know why you don't like Big Boogie.
Man, nobody should like no man sit up and shake his ass like a woman. That's a woman job to be shaking her ass.
I ain't never seen Big Boogie. I mean, what's wrong with Big Boogie dancing? He don't be shaking his butt. He be dancing.
You must make this nigga be out on the ground, man. No, man, leave that shit for the women.
Lord have mercy.
No, I ain't said nothing about no back door, but no, Jay Dropper. Pre didn't have. I know where you trying to go with this, Jay Dropper, but Pre ain't have nothing to do with it.
J Dropper trying to pin something on the folks.
Yeah.
It says, "Do not make me jealous because he was shaking that man meat."
See, we don't know a lot, but we know that Paper Route ain't had nothing to do with that Harbor Town situation.
I think that boy kind of spoke about that, didn't he? Because after they dropped him off Moneybag label, didn't it?
Yeah, he know who had something to do with
Yeah,
that.
he ended up shooting the person, didn't he?
Yeah, he took one out.
Mm-hmm.
I heard Gotti. Well, I heard this dude her go, bro. Bro, Bruh, stop, bruh, God.
Cypress, leave him alone. Cause
They just be, I don't know. But Jay
he
Dry,
said he heard that. He said that's what he heard.
but that ain't true. But,
Mm.
no, that ain't true. That's fake news, man. Plastic bag. do we
Kenny.
have any, do we have any proof that money bags and them paperwork? We don't have no proof that money bags and paperwork.
Mm. Lord have mercy.
Memphis rappers say a lot. mean,
Mm.
Free stupid dude, man.
Mm. Vegan mac and cheese. Oh wow. Anyway, y'all, I'm getting ready to get off of here because I'm sleepy. I'm getting ready to go to bed. This is my one.
Yeah.
I've been on here with y'all all day. They said Paper Route Woo. Paper Route Woo ain't told nothing. Why he trying to say Paper Route Woo? It's telling Paper Route Woo ain't told nothing. Jay Dropper, why you messing? Now they jealous because Paper Route Woo is on Moneybag the one telling. Y'all know that.
We don't know that. Hold on, wait for nobody at low boy won't do free.
They said JW. What's his name? What's his name? What's his name? DW.
Yeah, but they don't But do that. I mean, can we take that as? I mean, like, can that be official?
Why is he out of? Why he choose Paper Route Woo to tell a story on? They mad because Paper Route Woo is on tour with Key Glock. Let me see something. Because Paper Route, let me see something.
Y'all finna make her drink some coffee and stay up.
Yeah, because y'all know I'll go make me some coffee. I bought that New Orleans chicory or something. It's real strong. It tastes good too. I would make me a pot of coffee and wake up.
God bless y'all. Y'all trust New Orleans coffee. They'll be waking up rapping bounce music in the morning. Hell no.
They hating on somebody is hating on Paper Route Woo. That's what's going on.
Who hating on Woo?
Somebody hating on it.
Don't hate on Woo, man. He already.
Great because I love a double neck. Yeah, man. This is one of the Woo, nigga. A whole lot of everything, nigga. Paper out, bitch. So no mustard, boy. Yeah. Murdered it.
I don't know why they hating on Wu like that.
Shout out to Wu, man. Even though I don't know who he signed with.
They hating on Wu. Wu said he's 6'6" or 6'7".
Yeah.
I wish they had a video of him. Let's see. He said, when them cameras go on, I go up in my zone. I always wanted to be on TV, so I'm gonna do some shit that they can see me.
Who want to see him?
Everybody. Shout out to Paper Route Wu.
Yeah,
Doing his thing.
That's the dude that had that trash this song that time. That was sitting in
Had
the car.
what?
That trash this song you put out, he was sitting in the car. I remember you played on your channel. And I was like, that's trash.
Nah, Wu had a hot song. Dolph. See, they was jealous because Dolph was helping them dudes to get hits. It
Ain't
don't make no
nobody,
sense to be so jealous hearted.
ain't nobody jealous of trash.
That ain't no trash. I'm gonna tell. Look, wait a minute. I'm finna tell y'all. I'm finna get ready to show you right now. And see, they was mad because Dolphin was putting out them hits. They had them hot producers. They had all of that. Why y'all have to talk about Wu and wake me up? Because I'll go make me some damn coffee.
You gonna make that New Orleans stuff be rapping that bounce music. Y'all wake up like 1,000 videos.
Let's see.
Shout out to that trash over.
And now it ain't no trash. It's a #1 song.
What's the #1 song? What is that?
I don't know why y'all hating like y'all do. Shout out to Young Dog. Y'all, we got to pay homage to Young Dog. They done woke me up.
What?
I had one damn eye open. Now they both open.
What are we?
How's it going? Literally about 3 more minutes.
And Young Dolph directed this video. He directed this video. That's a hard beat. Dolph getting hard beats for his. They couldn't fix it.
That's not the hard.
No, that ain't the hardest. I said he sang that song when I them festival. That's where I was in that song.
Pop out. Pop out. Pop out.
See, when they started seeing young golf boys dropping them hot beats, had the potential to cross over.
You
See,
right.
Cyrus, it don't make no sense how y'all be hating. This is why they killed that boy, because not only had he ran himself up, he was running them little dudes up too. And that's the reason why we stay on God's neck. We not happy. We'll never be happy with him. Young Dolph was one of the artists that was helping to create generational wealth as well as giving back to the city of Memphis. It was a betrayal to the city of Memphis for Gotti and them to concoct a scheme to take that boy life. Somebody that was giving contributions to the city of Memphis and helping young men to feed their kids that was in the street, giving them a means and a way out without being slaves to the music industry. That's a betrayal to the city of Memphis, and that's the reason why we on top of his head. That big head, it's a lot. It takes all of Memphis to be on top of that big head.
Well, you had a part. It was a nice beat to it. But outside of that, it was trash. But it had a nice beat to it.
It wasn't no trash. That song is the bomb. Y'all go run Snoop Bands and Paper Route Woo up. See, they jealous of them.
Now watch the 5 people go run it up. You said go run it up.
They dropped this video January of 2025. That man was focused. He was focused on his artist, and he was focused. He had already ran himself up. Where y'all at? I gotta see y'all. Where y'all at? Shit. I told you I don't want you going. I don't want you out of my sight with them boys because I don't trust them. Okay, I have to watch the girl, because they'll be trying to jump on her back. Anyways, so
now that was fun.
She knows she's not supposed to go out of sight with the boys because they be in heat. And I'm not gonna play. I don't play about that incest stuff. Anyways, he was running his artists up. They was hating on him. They was jealous.
But then we supposed to run it out of them. His father.
He was running them up, and you see, Yo Gotti was trying to establish himself as a what did they say, as a brand builder or whatever. He couldn't say that he was the best to come out of Memphis when he had Young Dolph doing it independently, putting his money behind the boys and making money. That's what he thought. He could have had his own little lane. He should have left that damn boy alone. That's why his eyes and shit stretched out now. Like he ain't been asleep in 2 years.
Oh yeah, Gotti gonna be straight, man. You know, if it gotta be, it got it. You know, Gotti gonna be, but I don't think. Well, Gotti have been building bread. If you really think about it.
That ain't did nothing.
But you right. He ain't done nothing for the city of Memphis and quiet. I don't feel like
if they weren't threats, why the bags? And now they trying to hate on Paper Route Woo because Paper Route Woo is on tour with Key Glock and they selling out. They just hating.
Why they need to hate on him?
They hating on the boy. I'm gonna tell you something. They be hating on the men that be nice looking. Paper Route Woo is 6'6" or 6'7". He tall, chocolate. It's something about Woo need to watch his back. Because it's something about them short dudes over there. Don't get me started. They be wanting to kill anything. Dolph was tall and chocolate and handsome. They had to take him out. They jealous of men that's talented and they tall and handsome.
Ain't nobody jealous of them. You can't say certain stuff to people, And that is how it goes. But I don't think it was like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I don't think no,
He
got it
said
been
Paper Route will be having that shit in the corner. He really hating on Paper Route Woo. Wait a minute. Let me show y'all something. Hold on. I'm gonna have to get up and make my coffee. I'm gonna have to go and get up and make my coffee.
Jay Dropper funny, man. Jay Dropper kill me.
Hold on.
Jay Dropper. Man, shout out to Jay Dropper, man. He in the comments. Got me dying, man.
The boy was directing the boys' videos and everything. Let's see. Paper Route Woo dropped this video April 8th, 2021. He was dropping them back to back. Them folks, this is why they killed.
And nobody never heard of it else.
All these videos and stuff was dropped back to back in 2021. They couldn't take it. They was in their damn emotions. He said he had white stuff in the side of his mouth. He ain't got nothing on the side of his mouth. What did Jay Dropper talk about?
Come on, man. That ain't gonna be no y'all gotta shout out
Jay
to Jay
Dropper,
Dropper.
you already know a woman with a microphone is undefeated, okay? So what are you talking about, Jay Dropper? What are you talking about? He ordered his new car, they rolling it off the thing.
Get that, Rico.
He was paying for the cars cash. They was mad at the man.
They weren't mad.
Yeah, they was mad. They was leasing cars while he was buying them cash.
We don't know that. Well, some of them
they was leasing.
But not all of them.
Yeah, they was leasing them.
I'm back. Pop Nine, what's going
Where
on?
Jay Dropper go? He said I'm talking about now he hating on Paper Route Woo because Paper Route Woo is on tour with Key Glock and they selling out. Now he mad. He says, my boy Dolph, man, I love that guy. Shout out to young Dolph, a life interrupted. A young life interrupted. He was a father, a businessman, a mogul. He was truly building brand. He was the brand maker for real. He was truly building generational wealth, and they took that man out. They took that man out for no reason at all. Just interrupted his life. Okay. And so you have to reap what you sow. Shout out to young Dolph, you know. I don't think his legacy will ever be forgotten. I don't think that people will ever forget him ever. I think they got a long time to bring his name up. Because I think the younger generation is fascinated with them children. So I think his name's going to be in circulation for a long time, right? And I think that it should be. We see all of the events that happen around the Young Dolph's case, and crime just don't pay. Taking money for hits don't pay because you have the same fate. We saw broken promises and all of that, and it happened just like I said that it would happen. That Cornelius just kind of outsmarted them a little bit. Oftentimes with these dudes don't know, just like what happened to Say So P situation. They take money for these hits, and then when the police get on their tail, the people that paid them to do these hits take them out. Okay, it make it look like it was retaliation from the person's side who they took out, but all the whole time it's the person that actually hired them to do the hit that take them out. So all of this stuff transpired in Young Dolph's case. So I hope people can especially if they're weak-minded and they're desperate. You can always get what you want to get. You just got to be able to put in the hard work. Read up on some things, connect with the right people, and tell them what you want from the beginning. I'm trying to learn the business. If they don't want to tell you, uh, uh, hey, move on and go to somebody else. Connect with somebody else, and trust me, somebody else will tell you the business. Keep building your money up, okay, so that you can go pay a lawyer, even if you have to go to a lawyer. Just like what Master P did. He said they told him he needed to get to Michael Jackson's lawyer, and they came up with $25,000. And Michael Jackson's lawyer gave him a 15-minute consultation and told him what he needed to do to get that deal that he got. Get up on your money, and not by robbing, stealing, and killing, because you'll be dead in a year. That stuff gonna come back to haunt you. But get your money up the right way. People don't want to work hard. They want this shortcut. They think they're gonna take the shortcut. Straight Drop really thought that he was getting ready to come up off of the back of killing another man. He thought he was gonna be the star. And it was never gonna happen like that. I don't care if they had did everything right. It wasn't gonna work out like that. Because think about it now. Once you go and you take these hits and you kill for these folks, I mean, they ain't got to do nothing they say do. They was gonna do. Who you gonna tell? You ain't get ready to go to the police and tell the police nothing, because you was the one that committed the murder. Okay. But anyways, rest in peace to young Dolph. A life taken too soon. Definitely a life interrupted. Cypress, what you got to say before I get off? Because that other item closed back up again. I ain't gonna even try to open it back up. It's just time to rest. Oh, he got me on mute. Anyways, you guys, I enjoyed being on here. I've been on here with you all day today. The day I'm supposed to be resting. I've been on here with y'all all day today, so I'm getting ready to get off and get me some sleep. They said quit, killed Juke. He said, Greyface says quit, kill Juke. Oh. They said me and really on here talking about street shit instead of making things better. Great, big press, exposing you says, ask me what can we do to make things better. I'll talk about that tomorrow. We'll make that a topic tomorrow, because I ain't no more good today. I'm getting ready to go to bed. Listen, I enjoyed being here with you all. It has been a great pleasure. I had fun with y'all today. I got to give me some rest. All right, I'm tired. Eyes are tired. I love you guys. We'll talk tomorrow.